Indiana Hunter is brought to you by Native Crossbows, Black Horse Custom Rods, Whiskerware Apparel, TM Game Calls, Common Sense. For this show, we're doing something we've never done before, winter catfishing. It was December 12th, and we were having record highs. It was supposed to be close to 60 degrees this day, so we headed to the lake. Well, we got the first fish on today. Be a channel cat, that's what we're fishing for. It's a nice healthy one. Color on him, he's kind of a yellow one. Pretty looking fish. See if this hook pops out of his mouth. It's not in there real far. That's in there better than I thought. Wow, it's a pretty looking channel cat. Got a yellow color on that fish. It's pretty neat. We don't catch many of them that color, but healthy fish. Belly's bloated up, and it's the first one we've caught here this winter. It's right now the water temperature is 43 degrees, but the air temperature is about 58 or 59. It's a gorgeous day. Normally be in a deer stand, so this could be fun today. We'll just sit out here a while and see what happens. Just hooked into a second one. Hasn't been real action packed yet. We've really searched pretty hard for fish so far. Channel cat. Say that fish has been caught before at some time, or something happened to him. He's got something a little bit wrong with his eye. See that eye is real cloudy, but they're definitely wintered up. He's trying to flip on me. I may have wiped it off, but yeah, he had a bunch of mud on his belly, so you can tell they're really holding hard to the bottom. But that is a strong fish. I mean, he's really twisting me around. Seems like every time we come out early in the spring or like this, the fish we do catch are real healthy, and they just put up a nice little fight. But we're gonna keep after it. Like I said, we've really been moving around and searching for these fish, and this is just number 2, so we'll keep moving if we have to. We'll give this about a few more minutes.
Well, this is the 4th fish of the day. Little channel cat. Heath had 2 nice channel cats in the boat earlier. I got one up in the boat thinking it was a stick. He was wrapped up inside in the line in knots, about this size. Heath said earlier the water's about 46 degrees. It's still that. Wind's picking up quite a bit. But we're out just drifting little shad. You know, we've tried to anchor down a couple times, and we've got anchors down now, but we're still moving a little bit. Little bitty shad, that's what we're catching them on. 4 in a few hours, and we'll stay at it for a bit and see if we catch any more big ones. But it is what it is. It's December, and it's just nice to be able to be out here catching fish.
Another one. Kind of sitting in a spot. We've caught a couple fish out of here, so we're just hanging out here. This feels like a smaller one. Same thing, just using and shad we actually caught. Oh, I think they're from September. I'm not sure, but just leftover bait we froze and kept. That fish a little bit bigger than I thought he was gonna be, just how he fought. That circle hook got this one good. Right at the corner of the mouth, and it's not wanting to come out. Another healthy fish. He doesn't have nearly the belly as the other ones, but a good looking fish. I don't know if we're gonna keep trying this spot a little longer. It's been probably 45 minutes between each fish, but actually we got another pull going right here, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. Yep. Another one. Jason was holding the camera, so I get to catch one on his pole. Another one of those more yellow colored channel cats. Run the tail hook on this one and hooked it just like it should. Another one of those pretty colored ones. They've kind of got some parasites on them. We noticed that last spring. It's something to do with the colder temps. We really don't notice it in the summer. Not really sure what's on them, but if you can see some of them, they kind of get them even here under their skin. And then right there on that fin, you can see one there. And this fish doesn't have them, but a lot of times we get them underneath the jaw. Not sure what that is, but no, it doesn't hurt anything if you're wanting to eat fish, which we rarely do. We just keep throwing them back so somebody else can catch them. But it's turned out to be a good day so far.
Well, this one's pulling a little bit. It might go 4 or 5 pounds. Or maybe not. No, Heath and I moved over to this spot, got out of the wind. There's a channel that runs through here that we typically pull some fish out of, and we haven't been sitting here real long and turned around and this rod's it's been over and touching the water. And nice little channel cat. We've really downsized in this cold weather, running little bitty circle hooks, throwing the rods in the water, which isn't, we'll just put him back before I lose a rod over the side and have to call Lyle and say, hey, I pulled a FUD and dropped a rod. So we'll get him back in the water and see what happens.
Well, we had to work pretty hard to find every fish that we caught. Our game plan was to stay in the main lakes channel, and that's what we did. We started off in the deepest holes we knew of, and we just kind of worked the ledges off of there and didn't get too far from that. We fished several spots, and the only places we caught fish had mud bottoms. And we fished a lot of places that were 23 and 24 foot deep that had rock bottoms or hard bottoms of some sort, and we couldn't catch a fish there. Everywhere that we went that had mud, there was obviously fish there. There weren't a lot biting, but we picked them up on the fish finder, and that's where we ended up catching our only fish. So that's something we learned. We've been out in the spring when it was cold, and kind of the same scenario, but it was lake fishing. And if you're gonna catch them when the water temperature's at that 43, 45 degrees or colder, I'm assuming, you just need to go out and find those deep holes. And if you're not catching anything in a mud bottom, go to a rock bottom or vice versa. I think for us, it's probably going to be a mud bottom. Every time we've been out when the water's cold now, they're really holding on to that mud. The fish are just sunk down in it. Their bellies are all covered in it. So maybe that'll help you on your next trip.